우리는 지속 가능하고 영적으로 충만하며 사회적으로 정의로운 인간 존재를 드러내고 강화하고자 합니다. 그렇다면 첫 번째 질문은 우리는 어디에 있는가입니다. 현대 세계의 생활 방식은 대체 어떤 세상을 만들어내고 있는 걸까요? 그 질문에 답하고 실제적인 현실과 대면하는 것이 마음 편한 일은 아닙니다. 하지만 이것은 필수적인 단계입니다. 위대한 가능성과 기회 또한 볼 수 있기 때문이죠. 먼저 폭발적인 인구 변화부터 살펴보겠습니다. 수천 년 동안 인구는 상대적으로 안정되어 왔습니다. 그런데 200여 년 전인 산업혁명 시대에 사람들은 화석 연료를 에너지로 바꿔 쓰는 방법을 알게 되었습니다. 그러자 농업 생산량은 급속도로 늘어났고 인구도 기하급수적으로 증가하기 시작했습니다. 그때부터 인간은 착취와 생산, 소비, 자원 낭비의 과정을 끊임없이 확대하며 욕구를 충족해왔습니다. 현대의 산업 시스템은 인간이 많은 분야에서 대단한 업적을 이루게 했습니다. 그러나 심각한 위기 또한 불러왔습니다. 지구 환경이 치명적으로 망가지고 기후변화가 지구를 위협하고 있습니다. 빈곤층이 늘어나고 빈부격차는 벌어지고 있습니다. 물질적 부가 증가한다고 행복도 같이 상승하는 건 아니란 것도 명백합니다. 2008년 시작된 전 세계적 경기 침체는 현대사회 시스템이 고장났음을 증명합니다.
If we look at the record of the last 25 years, we would say that on these counts, economic vigor in terms of inequality, in terms of poverty, and in terms of sustainability, this mode of production has been a failure.
어떻게 이런 상황이 되었을까요? 전 영역에서 경제적, 사회적 성장을 측정하고 있는데 말입니다. 아무래도 우리의 성장 측정 방식이 총체적이지 않은 것 같습니다.
Gross domestic product (GDP) is supposed to, be a measure of everything, puts a value on everything that's been produced in an economy within a year's time. But what that doesn't measure is the fact that in order to achieve that gross domestic product, there's also a lot of destruction of natural wealth. And one can in fact say that the greater the GDP of a country is, measured conventionally, the more natural wealth, either in that place or globally, has been destroyed.
현대 산업사회 모델은 끊임없는 경제적 성장을 추구합니다. 그러나 그 성장이 과연 지속될 수 있을까요? 지속 가능하다는 것은 무엇일까요?
Sustainability is the ability of the current generation to meet its needs without compromising the ability of future generation to meet theirs. Since 1972, the United Nations Environment Programme has been periodically reporting on the Earth's vital signs, and the conclusion: in every natural domain, the Earth is under very severe stress.
We're in a real dangerous moment in history. Virtually every natural habitat across the planet is being degraded. We've got climate disruption. We've got deforestation of the rainforest and the other forests of the world. We've got soil erosion. We've got the draining of underground water aquifers, the polluting of our rivers with poisons. We've got the overfishing of the oceans of the world. We've got the toxic burden in people's bodies, the rates of cancer that are going up. These are all big-ticket global ecological issues. And what they're doing is they are shredding the fabric of life that basically creates the life support systems, the ability of the planet to support our life and future generations.
지구 자원은 유한합니다. 유한한 지구 자원으로 무한 성장하려는 욕망은 불가능합니다. 그동안 급속 성장을 가능하게 해준 석유 자원을 보세요. 많은 전문가들이 이제 석유 채굴이 한계에 달했다고 말합니다. 전문가들은 이를 피크 오일이라고 부릅니다.
The academic researchers who are much more likely to be independent and hard-headed in their analysis outside the oil industry believe that peak oil probably in the area of a 2010, 2015, something like that. And after that, we begin to see a reduction in the supply, but an acceleration of demand. It is impossible to believe that that will not happen. It is going to happen.
지구 자원이 고갈되고 있다는 것은 명백합니다. 그렇다면 얼마나 많이, 얼마나 빠르게 고갈되고 있을까요? 생태 발자국 지수로 이것을 측정할 수 있습니다.
The ecological footprint is an accounting tool, not for money, but for ecological resources. So it compares how much nature we have and how much nature we use. There's only one planet. That's why the line of supply is very, very horizontal. Humanity has been continuously increasing its resource demand to the extent that by the mid-80s, we've started to use more than what nature can regenerate. And by 2007, humanity used about 30% more than what nature can renew. So we have been in global overshoot.
Overshoot can be thought of as living off of your credit card. You know, humanity's living off its ecological credit card. If we use more than nature can keep up with, we actually start to erode natural capital that life depends on.
현재 북미 사람들처럼 살면 지구가 5개 필요합니다. 유럽 사람들처럼 살면 지구 3개가 필요하고요. 다른 지역들도 지구가 하나 이상 필요합니다. 중국이나 인도는 현재 지구 공급선 아래로 살고 있지만 급속한 산업화와 성장 속도로 봤을 때 이를 곧 넘어설 것입니다. 현대인의 생활 방식은 지구 대기의 이산화탄소량을 증가시키고 있습니다. 이는 주로 화석 연료 사용 때문에 발생합니다.
The scientists around the world have come together to tell us that climate change is actually happening at a much faster rate than they had first anticipated. The signs of this are the cataclysmic storms, the extremes in weather. The polar ice caps are melting, and it means that the entire ecosystem is in peril.
This really isn't about polar bears anymore. At this very moment, the fate of civilization itself hangs in the balance. It turns out that the way we've been calculating the future impacts of climate change up to now has been missing a really important piece of the picture. It seems that we are now dangerously close to the tipping point in the world's climate systems.
Tipping point means that in the context of climate change, that after a certain temperature rise and certain other impacts on the global ecosystem, certain things change that cannot be moved back. If the glaciers disappear, then they will no longer be able to supply the lakes and the rivers. As they are melting, you have more water around, flooding, and lakes are full. But once they disappear, then that's it. Then there is no more. There is truly a global problem. It's the first time that the world has come together on such an issue and tried to be proactive. Whether we're doing it fast enough, I don't think so.
기후 변화로 인한 각종 문제들이 인식되고 있습니다. 그러나 다른 생물종들에 대한 파괴성과 심각성은 아직 많이들 모릅니다.
We are in the midst of a mass extinction, but the news has not reached the general public. They are utterly unaware that the sacred and talismanic and heartbreakingly loved companions of ours on this earth are about to disappear forever. They will not return. African lions are on the absolute verge of extinction. There are only 20,000 left. That's down 90% in the past few decades. Every species and subspecies of tiger on the planet is on the absolute verge of extinction. Elephants down 90% in the past century. 90% of all large fish are gone from the oceans. Scientists, oceanographers were astounded and panicked by what they found. Half of all species of life may be extinct in 50 years. And what this means is that we don't have 50 years to solve this problem. We don't have 20 years. We have a decade.
Nothing this destructive has happened in 65 million years. I mean, why is that not our central concern? It's overwhelming. No one imagined it could happen. So suddenly, we're confronted with this fact, and we don't really know how to respond to it. I think that's beyond most of us, because we haven't deepened our hearts in a way that would make possible the grief that is wanting to be felt.